Some exciting contests have already taken place this evening, but more about this match as we head down to Pranav Mehta for the toss.
It's the final match of day 2, the 8th match overall. Home team captain Sufyan Mahmood is with me. Also is Naseem Khushi, the captain of Ruwi Rangers, and obviously the match official Freddie. It's time for toss. Sufyan, please toss the coin. Conjure is the call. Conjure it. Number it is. Sufyan, you won the toss. What would you like to do and why?
We will bowl first, so that we know what exactly the target is to chase. Yesterday was a good match. If probably can restrict them under 100 runs or maybe 100 runs, it would be a good target to chase.
So what is the target that you're looking at exactly, precisely? Somewhere around 80, 90, 100 or probably?
Something around 100 runs would be good to chase, yeah.
Perfectly. Good luck with the match. पाजी, टॉस हार गए हो, बॉलिंग उन्होंने ले ली है. क्या अगर आप टॉस जीतते तो क्या करते?
हम भी बॉलिंग के लिए जाते हैं.
और इसका कोई पर्टिकुलर रीज़न?
रीज़न ये है, हमारे की बॉलर नहीं है हमारे पास, और यंग जो बॉलर हैं हम लोग उनके साथ खेल रहे हैं, तो हमारी बैटिंग अच्छी है तो हम चेज़ के लिए जाते हैं.
चलो कोई बात नहीं, लेकिन अभी आप बैटिंग कर रहे हो तो टारगेट क्या है दिमाग में?
टारगेट इंशाल्लाह 130 140 तक इंशाल्लाह.
माशाल्लाह 130 140 is what the captain of Ruwi Rangers says, Naseem Khushi. So here the news is Bousher Buster has won the toss and they have elected to bowl first.
Right then, so the news from the center is that the Bousher Busters have elected to bowl. Let's have a look at the lineups first up. So the Ruwi Rangers, who are into bat, have Khalid Kale, Naseem Khushi, both explosive openers, Abhishek Batra, Mujibur Ali, Karan Sonavle is a regular feature, Nadeem Khan, Vignesh Yadav, Super Sanju Sajeev, Abdul Khalik Khan, Mohammad Rasfas, and Ahmad Aflal Kariappa. About the charismatic Bousher Busters, you'll hear from my partner,
Yes.
Jamil Zaidi.
Thank you. I mean, it is Aqib Ilyas, the Mercurial again, Adib Usmani, Asif Khan, Wasim Ali, Sufyan Mahmood, the skipper, Hamad Mirza, Shahbaz Shah, Shubal Paul, Fawad Ali, Imran Ali, and Syed Muzammil. So both teams looks to be equally poised at the moment, and hopefully we are going to see some exciting match ahead.
Absolutely, Jamil Saab. Especially the Bousher Busters, a charismatic team, a very popular team. A lot of their players on social media showcasing their skills out in the field as well. They don't shy away from giving their best out in the field. And straight away you see an unpopular decision. You have Wasim Ali operating within the power play, the very first over of the match. But we do know how effective he can be at any stage. Loves bowling. But then there are these certain stages in any match where Wasim Ali has a tendency to bowl short, wayward, and that's when he goes for a lot of runs. But more than handy cricketer Wasim Ali. He'll be up against Khalid Kale and Naseem Khushi. And straight away it's wide. They did go for an appeal, but the umpire is not interested.
Yes, I think it's a good contest between the bowler and the batters. And as you said, nowadays the spinners are very much have been starting the innings. Even in the big match, international matches, look at that one, down the leg side. Keepers had a good job, but the batter was inside the line.
Yeah, completely off balance here. He's lost balance, Naseem Khushi. You got to give it to the Bousher Busters keeper, Mohammad Adib Usmani. He's done pretty well. And straight away you can see him having a word with Wasim, make him understand a few tactics that he can employ against Naseem Khushi. Unlike the previous innings, Naseem Khushi is partnered by Abhishek instead of Khalid Kale. Khalid Gale had got off to a flyer in the previous innings. Wonder why he's been dropped back. Maybe perhaps to add some solidarity. Naseem Kushi goes aerial. He's gone towards the onside and will clear the rope. So these are the first maximum runs here already from the blade of Naseem Kushi. The Ruwi Rangers are off to a flying start.
Well, Naseem Khushi is always there to start. Look at that one. Just picked right in front of the wicket. Beautifully played over the square leg for the maximum. And this is all why they have sent Naseem Khushi to start the innings, to get a very good start for Rangers. That was a good delivery coming into the batter. And they try to ran him out, but he's well in home. So a good contest now. Wasim Ali is also an experienced now. Young lad, knocking the doors of national cricket. Played also for national team for a couple of times. One of the assets of the national team in the future. Young chap.
Definitely many more years of national service due. Just that he needs to work on his consistency. One of the few rarest of rare homegrown cricketers. Played for Indian School Muscat, played for the under-19s, under-16s. Served as a loyal member of the fringe squad as well of the Oman national cricket team. This time he just punts it to the offside. Will get a single. So Abhishek is off the mark as well. The Ruwi Rangers captain Naseem Khushi at the toss did mention he's looking for at least 130 and 140, probably inspired by their sisterly team, the Amrat Royals.
Yes, this time he has smashed it over to the mid-off fielder. No run, yes, of course. 140 so far was the highest score being scored in this D10 league powered by Fancode. And look how Rangers will going to get that runs. The intentions are quite clear from the Naseem. The first ball he faced, he hit F6. So let us see how comes they will come up to that total.
Once again tries to attack the onside and will be successful. So Naseem Khushi is trotting along well. That's a boundary off the fifth ball. Have a look at that cross-batted shot towards the onside. There was no fielder on patrol in that particular area. So now he's inventing shots and trying to keep up to maintain a nice scoring rate. This time full, and Wasim Ali has got Naseem Khushi out. Brilliant strike and an effective bowling strategy here employed by the Bousher Busters.
Well, Wasim Ali came back brilliant. It was quicker one into the wickets, and Naseem has no answer. Tried to sweep it again as he did in the last ball. Finally, the first wicket down. 1 over gone.
Fairly young squad of the Bousher Busters, and always a very aggressive and a popular team any given day in this D10, Oman D10 powered by Fancode. After the first successful over, yes, they did get a wicket, but at the same time you got to notice that the Ruwi Rangers have amassed 13 runs of the first over. Even though they have lost a wicket, but they really wouldn't mind. You can have 10 overs of 30. You can have 10, 13 runs overs, wouldn't you, Jamil Saab?
Well, from first over, it looks that they might come up with the same number of runs in the first over. For what? The medium pacer. It's a good delivery, beaten the batter outside the off stump. Slower one. Fawad is a very good bowler, but unfortunately, he is not coming up, getting some wickets for the team.
Probably it's the nature of the format or the kind of cricket that's being played nowadays. The batters are not afraid or are not hesitant to go for the big shots, to invent new kind of shots. Hence, it's a little difficult for unorthodox bowlers with strange actions or not the normal or the conventional type of bowling actions to get success straight away. You still need to bowl the right areas. You still need to be accurate enough, looking for the target. Once again, he's edged it over Sufyan Mahmood, barely missing him just by a few inches. And Abhishek will help himself to a boundary. He was almost gone there. Good delivery there by Fawad, angling away from the left-hander.
It's an outside the off stump and tried to cut it, but took the edge of the bat over the slip fielder. That's too far from Sufyan Mahmood. Finally, any 4 runs come, that's more important for the Ruwi Rangers.
Absolutely. The Ruwi Rangers wouldn't mind that. Once again, he's on the money. With Abhishek and Khalid are good runners between the wicket. They have a good understanding. And immediately, the moment Abhishek knocked the ball off and the ball came off the bat, there was consensus that they will go for a single. And now Khalid Kale on strike. After the wicket of Naseem Khushi, it's Khalid Kale who has been brought back into the attack. Out there in the center. So familiar position for Khalid Kale. 1 down. Interesting field setup. Back offside field. Whereas on the leg side, you do have a cow corner and a deep square leg. Takes a leaning edge, take the leaning edge. No fielder out there, but they'll scamper along for a single. There's a lot of confusion happening out there in the middle. So the Bousher busters need to collect their thoughts, need to be composed out there in order to get a few more wickets out.
That was a mystery ball from Fawad. All credit to him. Khalid Kale doesn't know where the ball is going. He tried to play it onto the onside, but the ball took the edge of the bat. It's a good delivery from Fawad. Beautifully played with excellent fielding also in the cover point.
In the hot zone, Imran. Have a look at that. It was hit hard. It was a full delivery. And if I'm not mistaken, that does go down as a missed chance.
He just stopped in front of the fielder. Anyway, he saved boundary. That's more important for them.
Well, but you do need to take on to your chances. Especially you notice that with teams like Gubra Giants who have been excellent and exceptional out there in the field.
And that was once again good delivery from Fawad. He bowled well today so far compared to the bowling yesterday. End of the over number 2, 20-1 farm.
Sir, left arm over.
So it's the third over, and the Bousher Busters introduce Syed Muzammil. Young lad from Hyderabad. Lanky bowler, small frame, but an excellent action. Bowls the right areas, accurate. Hopefully, he should bring about another breakthrough for the Bousher Busters so that the Ruwi Rangers are kept in check. Because at the moment, they're 21 for the loss of 1 into on the money straight away.
Good bowling from Muzammil. I think Bousher Busters have planned before coming onto the wicket that they should get rid of Naseem Khushi as early as they can. And they succeeded in their plan through Wasim Ali. He looks to be dangerous by hitting a 4 and 6 to Wasim, but finally Wasim has the last laugh, got the wicket of Naseem Khushi, valuable wicket for Bousher Busters.
However, somewhere down the line, the Ruwi Rangers wouldn't mind that. They're still ticking along well when it comes to the scoring rate. At the end of the day, D10 is a format where nothing else but the scoring rate matters. Excellent delivery. Tried to play that towards the offside. There is fielder out there in the deep. They'll manage to scamper along for a single. Difficult loss for both the teams last evening, for the Bousher Busters as well as the Ruwi Rangers. The matches went on till quite late into the innings. There was runs aplenty. But both teams were done by spirited performances.
This time in the slot once again and try to heave the dot, but again goes straight to the fielder, a deep mid wicket. 24 for 1. Good bowling from Muzammil, bowling in the line, in the slots.
He's managed to keep both the batters quiet, not giving them any sort of room, any sort of leverage from where they can free their arms and loft the ball over the fielders. Not giving them any sort of an opportunity to hit areas where there are no fielders stationed or where there's no protection. This time Abhishek charges down the track, plays that lofted shot, and he's hit it right towards the scoreboard, the electronic scoreboard. Those are expensive ones, Abhishek. You don't hit there. Brilliant 6 runs.
Brilliant shot from him. Just came down and smashed it over the extra cover. Beautiful shot.
Was kind of anticipating that. He did know that Muzammil is probably going to pull back the length a little bit, try to swing it away from him being a left-hander. Made sure he got that out of the equation and gifted himself with a well-deserved 6 runs. And now Mohammad Adib Usmani, the keeper, standing up to Muzammil. Just worked away towards the onside, will get a single. 10 runs already from the 5 deliveries that Muzammil has bowled. So like I said, somewhere down the line, the Bousher Busters might not be satisfied with that wicket of Naseem Khushi. What they really need is to stem the flow of runs for the Ruwi Rangers.
So far, Ruwi Rangers are according to their plan. Almost 10 runs in over in three overs, 10 runs in over. It's quite good score. This time onto the back foot, but straight to the fielder. Good bowling, end of over number 3, 31 for 1.
वो तो है उसमें तो डाउट नहीं आजा आजा इधर आजा coming right arm round all right sir
आके इलियास वसीम आना भाग के इधर आना इधर और इमरान भाई
Akib Ilyas has been introduced into the attack by the Bousher Busters.
1-1
And straight away, he's been welcomed by Abhishek to a boundary.
चल आके पकड़
Played on to the onside. Deftly put away. Welcome to D10 cricket, Akib Ilyas.
Man with the golden arm, Akib Ilyas this time, slightly short and nicely played over the mid wicket for 4. He has got, uses his feet this time, hammered it over the extra cover boundary, rather long off for a maximum. So bad start for Akib Ilyas.
Well, he's taking a liking to the bowling of Akib Ilyas. Abhishek charges down the track, waits for the ball to come onto the bat, frees his arms, makes sure he gets a maximum.
टाइम मिल जा रहा है
10 runs already from the first 2 deliveries of Akib Ilyas. Nevertheless, he is popularly known in Oman as the man with the golden arm. Can get a wicket out of nowhere.
इधर ही कीपर हैंड
At the moment, it's the Ruwi Rangers
शाबाश
who are on cruise control mode. After a 4 and a 6, they do know that rotating strike is important because Khalid Kale out there in the center, he's been in fine form.
Well, I think Abhishek is doing the job for a smasher and is doing it. Perfect timing, perfect shots, not you can slot on it. And Kale is giving him good support. This time down the leg side, he hammered it to the vacant square leg boundary, 4 runs.
Yeah, just behind square, there was no protection out there, and Khalid Kale has been effective last evening as well, and he's just continuing that good form. Decent shot. They're not trying to slog it out of the park. They're not trying to hit every ball that's coming their way. Just making sure it's effective. This time,
अच्छा फिनिश
knocks it down to the long gone region. Will get a single. Effective over for the Ruwi Rangers. Already 16 off this Akib Ilyas over.
Expensive over from Akib Ilyas, 16 runs so far in this over. See how he will come back, because in this format only 2 overs been allowed to bowl. Down the leg side, he tried to sweep it, but now it was straight to the keeper's bat and it's a wide. So one more ball to go from Akib Ilyas. 48 is the runs scored in almost 4 overs. A very good run rate for any team. This time just rolled his wrist towards the short mid-wicket region for a single. End of over number 4. 49 for 1. Khalid 9, Abhishek 27.
जल्दी चेंज करना इधर हो जाएगा उधर जाएगा
if they are on time, plus or minus or on time. नहीं तो अभी लेने
सूफी
का
भाई।
था यार और आपका फ्लोटिंग पावर प्ले कभी ले रहे हैं
Captain Sufyan Mahmood has introduced himself into the attack. Nippy bowler, bowls the hard lens. Very effective in this format. He'll be up against Abhishek, who's got off to a flying start. He's 27 of just 12 deliveries, striking at an unimaginable pace. Plays it back. It's hit hard back to the bowler. Sufyan Mahmood is experienced enough. He must have received plenty of such hits in his career. The keeper, Adib Usmani, standing up as well to the stumps. So that probably negates the batter coming down the track to Sufyan Mahmood. He can employ the short ball, he can employ the slower one as well from the back of the hand. Just as you speak about back of the hand, there was another such delivery, and Abhishek helps himself to a meaty 6.
Well, I think it was slightly short. It's pure timings from Abhishek. Just picked up so quickly from in front of the wicket. Look at that one. And hammered it to the maximum.
Rightly said, Jamil Saab. Short delivery. It was an effective change of pace. However, Sufyan Mahmood was quite short on that occasion. A similar ball in a different bowled at a different length can give you such vast results. So Abhishek is stitching a good knock here for himself. This time much fuller, wide off the stumps, skidding along. So effective, 3 balls, 6 runs from Sufyan Mahmood.
He always medium pacer, varying his deliveries, mixing up the deliveries with slower one, quicker one. Doesn't have much speed, but quite controlled bowling from him. Always saving the runs. But this time, all credit goes to Abhishek, who pulled that one right from the middle of the bat towards the maximum. This time played it out towards the deep. Extra cover.
And believe it or not, Abhishek has helped himself to another boundary. So the runs are flowing for the Ruwi Rangers. It's definitely not an issue. And just like what Captain Naseem Khushi said at the time of the toss, they are looking in a commanding position to reach that 130, 140 mark. It's just manufactured that boundary out of nowhere, bisecting the 2 fielders at long on and deep extra cover. At long off and deep extra cover, I beg your pardon.
It was pure perfect timing. Look at that one also. Just picking the gap between gully and the third slip. So another boundary, 2 successive boundaries. Over number 5 has gone. Look at that one. Just open the face of the bat, picks the gap between gully and third slip, and second boundary in the same over. Over number 5 is the last ball, possibly 63 for 1, and Abhishek is racing up to his 50 expected, 41 of just 17 deliveries.
Yeah, he's striking well above 200, and that's what's required in this format. Once again, just deftly puts it away towards the onside. The fielder at long on, Aqib Ilyas, will do the cleaning up. And with that, we come to the halfway stage, and the Ruwi Rangers are cruising at 64 for the loss of 1 wicket. Having a look at the scorecard, it's Abhishek who's been the star of the show, 42 of 18 deliveries. Khalid Kale has just joined him just an over ago when Naseem Khushi had departed in the first over. He was bowled by Wasim Ali. Just the 2 extras, but it's the boundaries that the Bousher Busters are finding it difficult to stop. Change in voices in the commentary box. Pranav Mehta enters the room.
Thank you so much. What a game are we witnessing here. The final game of the day. What a knock is that from Abhishek. Just around the halfway mark. He's already got 42 of those 64 runs. Doing majority of the scoring. And what's happened with that is the champion batsman Khalid Kale has got time to settle in. He can be very dangerous as well. It's a very, very strong team, Ruwi Rangers. Action on offer.
Bowling, buddy.
Two champion sides fighting with each other. Shehbaz coming into the attack from the Oman LNG end. With me, I have the legendary Shoaib.
Well, thank you, Pranav. You're very kind. This has been a good start for Ruwi Rangers. 64 in the 5 overs. Abhishek doing the heavy lifting, as you mentioned. And they've got Khalid Kail out there as well, who can just switch gears at will. So, Bousher Busters under some pressure. And you can see that from that first ball that Shehbaz bowled down the leg side. He'll have to reload that again.
Both these batters are very innovative, as you would have already witnessed. You will be able to see a lot of ABD type shots as time progresses.
And that's what you need, Pranav, in this format. You need players who can or who have the ability to score runs of good deliveries. And for that, you need to be able to play all around the ground. That's what Khalid Kail and Abhishek are so good at. Catches the call, it's high in the air. Fielder running backwards. Won't get there in time, and Khalid Kail will get 2 runs.
Also, Shoaib, with that, what happens is that they create angles. Keeps the bowler on the toes. You might have heard the keeper is on the toes, but on this occasion, it is the bowler who is on his toes. Always thinking, what is the batsman going to be doing? It's Khalid who is on strike.
Hit straight down the ground again. This time the connection a lot better. And the distance is a full Monty. 6 runs for Khalid Kail.
Half a dozen on offer. And he'll take it with a smile on any given day. Look at that shot. A tidbit of shuffle into the wicket. And a full swing of the bat. Through the lights. All the way into the side screen. Opportunity goes down begging. This is something that the Bousher Busters do not need. And it is jaunty. That's what he calls himself, Shubhopal. Jaunty Pal. So at the end of 6 overs, it is Ruwi Rangers well placed at 74 for the loss of 1 wicket.
Bowler to continue. Righty. Bowler to continue. Right arm around.
Sufyan Mahmood comes in to bowl. Around the wicket, this one's been hit behind the keeper. Fine leg, 1 bounce over the ropes for 4. Good start to the over from Khalid Kail. He expected that angle and he's done well. Executed a very good shot for 4.
This is exactly what I was talking about. Creating angles. He does realize that using the pace of the ball, a big swing, any part of the bat, he is going to get some bonus. And that's what is happening at the moment. Sufyan will have to angle the ball away from the right-hander.
Again, 2 full and on the pads with a fine leg fielder inside the 30-yard circle. I don't think it's the best option. If he's bowling on the pads, you better have a fine leg on the boundary ropes. Get one from the off inside the circle. Because a ball which is on the pads, you're not going to be able to play that towards point. Now that left-handed batter Abhishek is on strike, a different field setting. A short third point and a short fine leg in place.
I think what Sufyan is trying to do here is double bluff. Going against the most expected result. Most batters would believe that Sufyan would be looking to angle the ball away. And that's when he is cramping the batsman for room.
Partner side, next over floating power play.
At the moment, after that boundary of the very first ball, it's been two very good balls. Khalid Kale, 22 of 12. Quick runs.
White ball.
Wide signalled by the umpire,
Guys moving. He moved after you. What after you? He came like this.
and rightly so. I think Sufyan is complaining that Khalid Kale shuffled across the stumps, but it was after the ball was released. Had he done that before, then you could have seen, there you go.
Don't you think that's the right way to leave the ball? I would get an applause from the coach saying, well left.
Yes, and that's why I'm just saying that it's the right call being made. The wide was a wide and has been given. I think he's targeting that fine leg fence, Khalid Kale. Much better delivery from Sufyan, hit straight down the ground by Khalid. Will get two more. And a bad throw from the fielder.
One thing that both these batters are doing is they're running well between the wickets. Very fit, young cricketers. Khalid Kale is obviously around the national team. Consistently scoring runs year after year. A very good attacking player. Likes to take his chances. Calculative risk is what I would like to call it. Sufyan Mahmood, 2 balls to go. Will be content with a single there, Khalid. Can Abhishek get to his 50 in style? Shoaib, a well-deserved 50, wouldn't that be one?
Oh yes, definitely deserves a 50. He's played really well, striking at 200 in a 10-over game. It's ideal. Good innings from Abhishek. Swing and a miss.
He was going for it.
Almost got him.
So that'll be it for Sufyan Mahmood, the captain of Bousher Busters. That's the end of 7 overs.
Just check with the scorer if the score is correct, no? Just ask them if it is correct.
Piston bar.
That is he's checking.
Can I go ahead with the power play signal?
Looking for anything less than 40-45 runs in this remaining 18 deliveries. With 2 batters well set in the middle, they would like one of them to finish the game. Both experienced campaigners, quality batters, quality top order batters, Abhishek and Khalid. What a shot is that? For a moment, I thought he has mistimed it. It's gone all the way. Mid-off was certainly inside the circle, but I'll tell you what. I'm still not sure on how he generated power in that shot. What a shot. He was off balance. Look at that right leg away from the batter. But he generated power in some fashion. And look at that 6. It's not a small one. It's a big boundary there. And he's cleared that by some margin. Fawad the bowler. 6 of the very first delivery. And he's continuing to take a liking of Fawad. Similar area. Result though different. 4 runs on this occasion. 10 of 2 deliveries. Fawad will certainly be feeling the heat. You cannot be bowling full outside the off stump when all the fielders on the offside are inside the circle.
Yeah, that's a good shot from Khalid Kell. Got underneath that delivery and has played that over the mid-off fielder, toying with the field placement. That's what Khalid Kell is doing. Quickly moving on to 35 of just 16 deliveries. Hit straight down the ground. Again, a poor delivery in the slot, and that's gone all the way for another 6. 6 for 6. Khalid Kell on fire.
I'm not very sure on what Fawad is trying to do here. With 2 fielders outside the circle, I understand it is the batting power play. But I'll tell you what, with 2 fielders being mid-wicket and square leg, you have to be bowling back of length. If you're looking to bowl full, you need to have some protection down the ground. Believe it or not, Shoaib, Khalid has caught up with Abhishek.
Yes, he has. And in a matter of just a few deliveries, he's changed the face of the game. 100 comes up with that 6. And now 101 in just the 8th over. 7.3. That is some really explosive batting.
I can't believe on what I'm witnessing here. The second game of the day was a 50-run game. And I thought the wicket is not good enough. And suddenly the wicket has changed. Although the wicket stands same. He'll have some respect. Will show Khalid the way out. A smile on Khalid's face despite being dismissed. He was trying to implement the plan, finally getting it to work for him.
Yes, well, an entertaining innings from Khalid. Deserved a 50. But this time that fielder was very straight. That's good field placement. You don't see that normally. And then that send-off from Fawad. But I think Khalid Kell has done more than what was expected of him. He's done his job. He's exceeded expectations. And he is due for appraisal. 41 of 18 for him, 101 for 2.
So finally Fawad finds a way to smile. It was a 17-run over. He had just conceded 8 in his first over. And here in his second over, Khalid was taking a liking of his bowling. 17. Nice, slower one. Will get a single nonetheless. It's been a while since we have seen Abhishek on strike. He's still stuck on 23 ball 44. With 13 balls to go in the innings, you would certainly like to finish on a high. It struck high up in the air, straight down the ground. A maximum. What a knock is that from Abhishek. 50 for him of 24 deliveries. A strike rate in excess of 200. He did the damage when it mattered the most, right at the top. Then it was Khalid Kale who had joined him and taken over. But finally, once he's on strike,
End of 8 overs, you're minus 4 minutes. Huh?
he struck a maximum straight down the ground. Look at that shot once again in the arc, but it still had to be put away. And he just does the formality, putting it straight down to the side screen. Fawad will finish his quota, 32 runs, expensive, 16, an economy of 16. Certainly very expensive. 1 wicket, that of Khalid Kale, will leave some pride to him. Wasim Ali will be replacing, bowling from the Oman tail end.
ओमान टेल पे जाना है अरे इधर 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 इधर
What can Karan do here with 12 balls to go in the innings? What is Ruwi Rangers looking at?
Batsman,
The
bowler
previous
coming
game
left
was
arm around to you.
in excess of 140.
Wide ball.
Wasim wavered to start off. Will be called a wide. 12 legal deliveries left. Abhishek on 50. He's the danger man. Karan Sonavle, the new man in. Catch it is the call. It's been played up in the air. And what a take this is. An absolute stunner. A screamer of a catch. And one of the best you will see in this Oman D10. What a catch. Let's play that on loop again and again.
I'll tell you what, there is some amount of respect. He is one of the better fielders. It is Hamad Mirza there at the covers. But I'll tell you what, this required some taking. A full stretch drive. Look at that. First putting in the hard yards, getting in, and a full stretch drive to collect it. And then making sure the arms do not hit the ground so that the ball pops out. What a catch is that from Hamad Mirza.
Well, and just a reminder that he dived on the wicket. It's all the wickets and the pitches there. Excellent work. Karan Sonavle out for 1. 109 for 3.
Off stump. Batsman, bowler coming left arm over to you. 5 to go.
If you're just joining us from around the world, I'll tell you what, the previous game was 249 runs in 20 overs. This is the first innings of the last game of the day. 109 already on the board. Some wonderful work by our Oman cricket groundsmen to prepare such batting-friendly wickets. Mujibur is looking for the big one, and only the big one. Needs to rotate the strike, get Abhishek, the man in form, on strike. Anoop and his team always working so hard to make sure these world-class facilities here at the Oman Cricket Academy are kept in top-notch conditions. It's an absolute leisure to have such wonderful facilities in the center of a desert. Believe it or not, Shoaib, what do you think?
Oh yes, absolutely. No two ways about it. Good delivery, full and on the middle stump. That's another good effort in the field. Diving to his left, certain boundary saved. Very well done. 111. And the runs have just dried up in the last few deliveries. They still have 7 more deliveries to go. Can they get another 15 runs?
I'll tell you what, Abhishek has been off strike. He's not got much of it. Once again, I think it is Mujibur who is going. No, they're going for the second day. It will be a suicide. But he wouldn't mind if it is for Abhishek to face the final 6 deliveries. I think that's smart bit of acting.
Yes, it was a suicidal run. There was never a second, but they had to go for it. They had to take that chance. I think they have gone upstairs to check, and it will be a result that Ruwi Rangers won't be happy with. Let's look at that in the replay again. Good one bounce throw, and yes, the stumps are disturbed. The bails are off, and Mujibur will have to walk back.
That was a wonderful throw as well. We'll shortly see the red light there. The batsman was way short of his ground, but to make sure that Abhishek faces the very first delivery of the final over, I think it's a smart bit of decision making, quick decision making in the center there between Abhishek and Mujibur. They still have wickets in hand, and they need to make sure that Abhishek faces maximum number of deliveries from the final over. So at the end of 9 overs, Ruwi Rangers are at 112 for 5.
Bowler left arm over.
It will be Abhishek on strike, and Muzammal will be the bowler to bowl the final over. He struck that. Is that an opportunity? It is or it is not. Only time will tell. I'm not very sure if it's a boundary saved or did he touch his leg to the ropes.
Well, it was a catch. He took the catch, but just was not in control and was about to step over the ropes, and at the right time just left the ball from his hand. So good presence of mind. There you go. He was just about to fall. I think he's done well to save runs, because had that been taken and had he crossed the ropes, it would have been 6. So good presence of mind by Shubhopal.
Jaunty Pal Shubhopal. His social media name states Jaunty Pal. That's how he wants people to know him, for his fielding. And certainly he set an example. Also in the process, he's got Abhishek, the man with a strike rate of 252 runs to his name, away from strike.
In the air and taken. This time, there is no drama. Just a plain simple catch. And Nadeem, the new man in, will have to walk back on a golden duck.
It was struck straight down the ground, and there is not much that Fawad required to do there. He is a very good fielder. Nadeem's wicket will result in Ruwi Rangers being at 113 for the loss of 5 wickets, 9.2. Shoaib, what do you think will be the instructions from Abhishek to the new batter walking in? Would he be telling the new batter, this ball is a free hit for you, go for it? Or would he be asking for the strike?
Coming left arm round. 4 to go.
Well, I think he's going to tell Vignesh to play his shot, but make sure that he doesn't miss it. So even if it's a mistimed hit, they cross over for a single. I think that should be the best advice. Just tell him that play your shot, but make sure that you get some bat onto it.
Would he be cheeky?
There you go. Gets a bat onto it. It was a wide delivery. Had he left it alone, there is an overthrow, but Abhishek is in no mood to take another run. He wants to face the remaining 3 deliveries, and it is the right decision.
For sure, Ruwi Rangers have not got a lot in the final few overs. Bousher Buster have certainly looked to pull it back. Let's not forget, Bousher Buster does have the likes of Aqib Ilyas. He's known for his striking capabilities, especially in the shorter format. His stroke plays are second to none. But at the moment, it is Abhishek who is on 52 from 26, and he strikes clean and clear, straight down the ground for a maximum. This is what he's done through the innings. This is what he's continuing to do. Quickly moving to 58, just 27 deliveries that he's faced. Left arm bowlers have struggled against Abhishek. On this occasion, it is Muzammil.
Well, that's a poor delivery to be bowling in the last over of the innings. You expect your bowlers to bowl those Yorkers or bowl away from the batter. A slower delivery. Hasn't timed it too well. In the gap, they should look for 2 and will get 2 runs comfortably.
Smart bit of running from Vignesh. He always knew that he had to get Abhishek on the strike for the final delivery, especially after the way he struck the ball prior to that. Crystal clear, straight out of the ground. In the first game, it was Prabhakaran using the full face of the bat, striking the ball clean. And now it is Abhishek. Will get a single of the final delivery. Will close the innings at 123 for 5. And Abhishek will finish at 61 for 29. What an innings in the context of this game. He is certainly exhausted, but Shoaib, I think he's got the job done.
Oh yes, 123 on the board is a very good score in a 10-over game, and they've got enough runs to defend. Their bowlers will feel confident that they can restrict the opposition Bousher Busters to below this total, but we'll have to find out in the second innings. Not too far away. That second innings will be a matter of few minutes that we see Bousher Busters in action, chasing that total of 123. Let's look at that scorecard for Ruwi Rangers. Absolutely brilliant innings right at the top from Abhishek, scoring 61 of 29. 11 came from Naseem Khushi. Khalid Kail, well, he is one of the most consistent batters I have seen in the domestic circuit for Ruwi Rangers. Scored 41 of 18 deliveries. No matter what the format is, he's always contributing. And then the tail just couldn't, the middle order, beg your pardon, just couldn't score enough runs. Abhishek, the man who got them to 123. While for Bousher Busters, well, a mixed bag of performances. Aqib Ilyas giving away 18 runs. Sufyan Mahmood giving away 24 in his 2 overs. Shehbaz giving away 10, a wicket apiece for Fawad Ali and Syed Muzammil, while the pick of the bowlers was the spinner Wasim Ali. 2 overs, 17 runs and 2 wickets to his name, and a decent economy of 8.5.
Let's look at the highlights. It was Wasim Ali who opened the bowling for Bousher Busters, and immediately it was Naseem Khushi who took a liking of his bowling, but it was not for too long when the arm ball of Wasim Ali castled his stumps, and immediately after that it was Abhishek show, and alongside him it was Khalid Kail. Lovely stroke plays all around the ground. Mostly it was with the straight face bat, showing the full face, hitting it clean and crystal clear. But it was later when Abhishek was quiet for a while. It was Khalid Kail who started in and quickly took away the show from Abhishek. He started striking, and he started striking clean all round. And then later it was this catch from Aqib Ilyas, which brought Bousher Busters back into the game for a moment, until it was this wonderful 6 from Abhishek which completed his 50. Since then there were a few catches, that wonderful catch from Hamad and this wonderful run out here at this juncture which helped Bousher Buster. But then Abhishek continued to do what he does best, strike the ball for maximum after maximum. This is another maximum from him, and that's where it was Ruwi Rangers in control of the game. So at the moment, it is Ruwi Rangers versus Bousher Busters. Ruwi Ranger has posted a mounting target of 124. Can Bousher Buster do it? We'll know very shortly. Time to take a break.
Good evening, and once again, welcome back to this beautiful venue in Al Imarat, Oman Cricket Academy. Ruwi Rangers batted really well. It was led by Khalid and Abhishek. Abhishek remained unbeaten on 61 of just 29, and Khalid Khail batted brilliantly. That partnership coming at the right time for Ruwi Rangers. Khalid scoring 41 in quick time of just 18 balls. 6 extras have been considered by the bowlers of Bousher Busters. At the end, 123 the total posted by Ruwi Rangers in their allotted 10 overs. It will be a good and interesting match ahead for us. Bousher Busters bowlers, they went for plenty of runs. For me, pick of the bowlers yet again, the talented left-arm orthodox Wasim Ali, 2 overs going for just 17 runs and couple of wickets to his name. Fawad and Syed Muzammil were also among the wickets. Aqib Ilyas was quite a bit expensive, so was Sufyan Mahmood. Joining me in the comm box for the first time in this game, it will be Mr. Jamil Sir. Welcome, Jamil sir. Good game on hands. Bousher Busters, can they do it tonight against the likes of Ruwi Ranger bowlers?
So thank you very much, Mudassir. Yes, I think this total is quite achievable. 122, seeing the batting lineup of Bousher Busters, spearheaded by Aqib Ilyas. And I am sure that they will try to get the runs as quickly as they can. At one stage, when the Ruwi Rangers were batting, it was looked that they might cross 140, 145 between Khalid Khail and Abhishek. But later on, I think some controlled bowling by the Busters put them only 122 on the board. So it's good, quite achievable target. As you can see, the batting lineup of the Bousher Busters, again spearheaded by Aqib Ilyas.
It all depends on this man on screen. Yet to fire with the bat in this tournament. Alongside him is another talented right hand top order batter. It's Adib Usmani, 47 and 41 number. Can they do it for Bousher Busters? It's not an easy task, keeping in mind it's all about the young, fast bowling of Ruwi Rangers. But the one thing they have the edge if we compare to Bousher Busters is the fielding department. And looking at the field, packed field inside a 30-yard circle, and no worries for Aqib Ilyas. Onto the back foot and pull nicely. Couple of bounces, starts the inning in style with a boundary.
Looks to be in a supreme form, Aqib Ilyas. Very first delivery, pulled it down towards the mid-wicket boundary. As I told you, he is the mainstay of Bousher Buster. Look at that, slightly short. He has got all the time in the world to play out to the mid-wicket boundary for 4. So with this boundary, good start for Busters. Very first delivery from Khalik, thrown out to the fence. This time a good one. Played it on almost. Got the inner edge of the bat straight to the keeper.
They need to take the advantage of power play. Aqib and Adib. These teams were the finalists the recently concluded D20, where Ruwi Rangers defeating Bousher Busters, men in orange. A lot depends on Aqib Ilyas. Oh, look at that shot. Weighted on the back foot, very strong towards that backward point. It was in the air, but no chance for the point fielder. Boundary number 2 in this over for Aqib Ilyas and for Bousher Busters.
He's a world-class batter, I'll say that. Look at that one, outside the offer stump, nicely cut it over the gully boundary for 4. Looks to be in a good form, Aqib Ilyas. And all depends on this pair, opening pair of Adib and Aqib, how they are going to fare. Down the leg side, it's a wide, and one more untaken. So far, good over for Busters. 10 runs in 3 balls, not bad.
They need this kind of start, and Khalik Ardul feeling the heat here. No Kalimullah, no Bilal Khan, and no Nadeem in the fast bowling department for Ruwi Rangers. Keeping that in mind, the batters are doing a pretty good job. They're making sure to post a good total and give something for the bowlers to defend for. Now, it all depends on these youngsters to perform well under crunch situation. It could have been an easily called wide, chasing the delivery, going for a direct hit. Some aggression shown by the bowler himself. A quick single And off the mark, Adib.
Yes, it was a wide ball, and I think in the last moment he dragged it back on it and got a single. Could have been an easy wide delivery. Aki back into the attack now. Facing Khalik. He already given 2 boundaries in this over. Beautiful play off his toes, down to short square leg. This fumble, and it could have been second run, but I think the first one was taken very slow by Adib. Results only in 1 run.
Adib and Akib Ilyas, 2 stylish batters in the side of Bousher Busters. They have the talent. Can they get that big runs for their team? Final time. A good bouncer. And a legal delivery has been called. Not impressed. And now he has changed his decision here. In fact, 4 runs. Keeper did not collected that. Everything is happening here. Lots of confusion. It took long time for the on-field umpire to give the decision. A poor wicket keeping from the captain Naseem Khushi.
Well, it is very unfortunate to see the likes of Naseem Khushi, the international player for Oman cricket, kept the wicket for so many international matches. It was a good delivery within the wickets. And it was a casual move from Naseem Khushi. So 5 more runs added. So end of the over number 1. 17 is the score for Bousher Busters.
Yes, partner, it's white plus 4.
Where? Little bit. That's select. Bola coming left arm round to you. Left arm round.
Abhishek into the attack after his heroics in the batting. Now we'll have to see how he's going to perform as a bowler.
Spinner has been introduced early into the attack. The left arm orthodox. In the air, is there a chance for the mid-off fielder settling in? And he drops Akib Ilyas on 9. An easy chance. Did all the hard work, covered a lot of ground. But what matters, he wasn't able to hold on to it.
It was almost a sitter. Look at that. Comes, got it, popped it out. He can again get it, but unfortunately it went out of his hands. I think this is a very vital wicket the Ruwi Rangers has thrown away.
It doesn't give you many chances. It was dropped on 9. Nicely bowled. Yes and no. Straight towards the fielder. How costly the drop from that fielder would cost Ruwi Rangers. That too of Akib Ilyas. Abhishek slow in the air, keeping it simple. Modern day cricket. The spinners coming into play early in the innings. I still remember that 1992 World Cup, New Zealand captain Martin Crowe introducing Deepak Patel. The very second over in the longer format now. It's a trend for the captain to give away that new ball to a spinner.
Very effective bowling from Abhishek. Hard luck for him not to get the prize wicket of Akib Ilyas. And you are correctly mentioned, Mudassir. MashaAllah, you have good memory. But nowadays, even the test matches, you have seen sometimes you used to bowl the spinners as well. I think in India, if I don't miss it out.
Doesn't want to comment on this spinner bowling on the very first day of a test match, turning tracks and spinners coming early into the game. Oh, look at that brilliant delivery into the block hole. A quick single has been taken, but full mark should be given to this tall left arm orthodox Abhishek. Even the likes of Akib Ilyas was caught in two minds.
This was a beautiful, look at that delivery. Just in the slot, Akib doesn't know where the ball is. And he was the luckiest escape for Akib Ilyas. And Abhishek bank on target. Brilliant bowling from him. And that's the end of a very, very good over from Abhishek. 2 overs gone, 20 busters.
The bowler coming left arm around to you.
2 overs, 20 for no loss, 10 wickets in hand for Bousher Busters. And the big news is that Akib Ilyas has been dropped in the previous over of Abhishek on 9. He had a couple of runs, just a matter of time. He will go big. It's a Nadeem, yet another left arm orthodox. It was in the slot, hit hard towards the cow corner. Valiant effort coming in from the fielder Mujibur. But runs, what matters for Akib Ilyas, and 4 more runs for Bousher Busters.
Brilliant effort. Look at that, hammered brilliantly over to the long on boundary. Great effort by the fielder. Unfortunately, ball goes through the legs and hit the fence. Once again, 4 runs to the Busters.
Take a bow. The rock star, the superstar is in town. Akib Ilyas on fire. A brilliant shot on the back foot. A maximum followed by a 4.
Well, the way Akib plays and put the shots in the air, his body language doesn't look that he's so much hard hitter. Look at that one. Just with full flow of the bat over the long on boundary. Maximum set.
We have seen quite a few huge sixes on day number 2. Couple of sixes coming from the blade of Rafiullah. The likes of Zishan Maqsood. Now Akib Ilyas, effortless on the back foot. Sent out of the park. In trouble, Nadeem moves quickly to 21. Smart piece of bowling. Slow in the air, turn, though it has been called a wide. But it will give a lot of confidence. The turn. We are playing the last game of the day. And good to see spinner getting a lot of turn. Hit straight back towards the bowler. No chance for Nadeem. It's a good over. 12 runs so far of just 3 deliveries.
Yes, and I think Busters on track right now, as per their plans.
3 to go. Left arm around.
They came back into the game after some heroics from Khalid Kale and Abhishek, but contained them to 122 only. Onto the back foot, straight to sweeper at the deep cover point.
Jamil sir, looking at the surface, I think the Bousher Busters did a pretty good job, because at one stage I was thinking they'll go beyond 140, 145, but that late quick wickets going down for Ruwi Rangers and keeping them to 122, and a very good start having provided by Akib and Adib. 33 for no loss. Yet again shaping up, and yet again towards that cow corner, and the 2 arms of the on-field umpire going up in the air. Signal comes out, a maximum, a big over coming in for Bousher Busters. On fire, Akib Ilyas.
Yeah, he is such a devastating player, Akib Ilyas. He can just changes the game in couple of overs. Very, very difficult. Look at that onto the back foot this time. He hammered it over the, this time over the long square leg boundary for 6.
He's in town. He's doing that business for Bousher Busters. 25 runs have been leaked by Nadeem in his first over. Bousher Busters looking good. 45 for no loss after over number 3.
He scored 25 runs. Not happy?
Oman national team. Tell me, in your playing days, did you got any chance to face a spinner early in the innings, because you used to bat top of the order?
I used to be an opener, yes, many times, Mudassir, many times.
These are the sixes. The previous over from Akib Ilyas. Look how solid he is on the back foot. That weight transformation on the back foot and connects well. Very strong. Those wrist and forearms of Akib Ilyas coming into play. Now they're marching towards that 123. In fact, 124. Now 79 needed of 42 balls. That inexperienced bowling of Ruwi Rangers have been rightly exploited by Akib Ilyas. And good to see Adib Usmani giving that company. He has been kept quiet. Sensible piece of batting. You can see that intent from Adib. He wants to give that single to Akib Ilyas.
This is the right technique. And if you are a professional, played cricket so long, so this technique has to be adopted by each and every player for every team. If someone is firing, the other non-stacker has to give him admirable support, taking singles, and that's what the order of the day.
This is why the partnerships are so important in this game. It's not about two batters getting those runs. It's all about one batter going after the bowler and the other batter is making sure to give that strike back to the man in form. A good communication between these two, Adib and Akib. Looking dangerous. Akib Ilyas on 34. Onto the pads. Nicely managed. And just a reminder, Akib is batting on 35 with that single. The viewers who have just joined in, Akib Ilyas has been dropped on 9.
Vital wicket. I'm sure Ruwi Rangers must be, what you call, remembering how that sitter was dropped. But anyhow, it's all cricket, you know. Simplest things goes difficult and difficult things come simpler in this game.
Just brushing the pads. Keeping on to the pads of Adib. I would love to see now Adib, whenever there is an opportunity, he needs to play his own shots. There was an opportunity to go over the fine leg fielder, but I think the message is clear to give the strike to Akib Ilyas. 77 needed of 39 balls, rush fast. 3 balls, couple of runs, looking for a boundary is Adib and hit hard. No chance for the long on fielder. The class of Adib Usmani. A bit fuller, weighted and played straight towards that long on region.
Effortless, look at that. Just standing and playing on right from the meat of the bat onto the onside. Lovely shot. Great timings, Mudassir.
And good to see these kind of shots still exist in the modern day cricket. Not trying to go big over the long on. It has been pure timing and placement from Adib. And in the process, Bousher Busters brings up their 50-51 for no loss. Looking dangerous, these two batters. A brilliant delivery. It was in the block hole. It's a good over for Ruwi Rangers. A They're desperately looking for a wicket here. 52 on board for Bousher Busters at the end of over number 4.
The initial Aqib Ilyas 35 of just 13 deliveries and Adib 9 on 11. Very, very good and bright start for Busters. 52 for no wicket. 4 overs gone. And they are, looks to be going more and more closer to the target through Aqib and Adib.
Looking to win this game against the Ruwi Rangers.
Off stop.
When you're chasing such a mammoth total, you need some luck. And they have got that luck. Adib and Aqib building up a partnership. 52 for no loss at the end of over number 4. Still looking for that wicket. Naseem. The bowling has been ordinary after 2 good overs. Plenty of runs have been leaked. In comes right arm medium fast onto the pads. Nicely played. A single. So calm and collective, Adib Usmani. This is all about the partnerships we always talk.
Right arm over, change in bowling.
Good to see
5 to go.
complementing each other quite well, Adib and Aqib.
Mudassir, what would be the mammoth total in 10 overs? Look at that one. Once again, dropped in between. Oh my God, I think he crossed the fence. We'll have to look at the umpire's decision. Against it, pulled it over. But how nicely, huh? Effortless way of playing those shots.
He's very strong on the back foot. We have seen time again and again. Aqib Ilyas always ready on the back foot. Good work done by the fielder. And he is the same fielder who has dropped Aqib on 9. Ahmed, yet again, nicely bowled. Singles won't hurt Ruwi Rangers, but they need to break this partnership. You just cannot wait for the batters to make a mistake. You need to pull something special as a bowler or as a fielder, because Aqib Ilyas is looking dangerous.
I think right from the word go, he looks to be in a dangerous form, as he always be. That was outside the office stump, hammers it to the deep extra cover. They wanted to go for the 2, but contained only 1. I was asking Mudassir, what will be the mammoth total in 10 overs, in your opinion? 150 plus?
It all depends on your bowling unit, and on a given day, as we have seen, even the likes of 435 in 50 overs format have been chased down by South Africa against Australia. So in a modern day cricket, nothing is safe as long as you bowl well and you field well. 122 looks a good total, but the fielding has been a bit ordinary. They have dropped Aqib. Now that is hurting them badly. Change of pace, nicely done, and yet again played straight down the ground just for a single. Good work done by Mujibur. So far a decent over, 5 balls, 5 runs. It's all about how you bowl and how you field. Even if your batters are getting 160 or 170 in 10 overs, and if you don't bowl well and if you don't field well, then it's of no use.
Certainly there must be some figures, say about 150, 15 runs and over. It looks to be extremely difficult. But of course, as you correctly said, it can be achieved also.
A quick single has been taken. The partnership continues to excel here in Al Emirat ground. Aqib Ilyas and Adib Usmani batting brilliantly. Bousher Busters at the end of over number 5. 58 for no loss. And there will be a change in the comm box. Joining me is a former cricketer who still plays this game, who keeps the wicket. It's a Pranav Mehta. He'll be joining me and he'll be entertaining us and talking about the bowlers. 5 bowlers have been used, and Nadeem Khan went for plenty of runs, giving away 25 in a single over. Pick of the bowlers, wicketless, but Abhishek Batra bowled really well. Welcome Pranav. Bousher Busters looking good to chase down the target of 124.
Thank you so much. It's anybody's game. Let's not forget that at the moment, Ruwi Rangers is missing the fifth bowler. And then Bousher Buster is still to lose a wicket, and they're well in line with the chase. 58 for 5 without losing a wicket. 2 set batsmen. Adib Usmani did take his time. 12 or 14. He certainly needs to start playing his shots. Needs to give some amount of support to Aqib, who's well placed at 38 of 16. Abhishek, what a batter. What a batter he played. And that's a big wicket. That's a massive wicket. Huge celebrations. It is the prize wicket of Aqib Ilyas. A cross-batted heave. He was struck in line, and it was always going to be doubt in the umpire's mind. That finger was always going to be going up.
What a start to the over. Slow in the air, just coming into Aqib. And nowhere near the ball. A slog sweep and misses the line completely. An easy decision. So a good knock from Aqib Ilyas comes to an end. Some sigh of relief for Ruwi Rangers. The dangerous Aqib Ilyas walks back to the pavilion.
Wasim Ali. We can still call him a youngster. He's been around for a while. He's come up from the under-19 ranks. One of the ace left-arm spinners that the Oman national team has. He's been around the national team for quite some time now. But with the bat, he still needs to prove a point.
And trusting his abilities with the bat, the captain Sufyan Mahmood promoting him up the order. Keeping in mind 2 left-arm orthodox for Ruwi Rangers. It's a good idea to send left-hander top of the order. A much-needed breakthrough has been provided by Abhishek, getting rid of Aqib Ilyas in his first over. On his very first ball of his spell, Aqib Ilyas was put on by the fielder at mid-off. And now getting better off Aqib is Abhishek.
And what a time to take the wicket. Batting power play. To have the best batter of Bousher Buster out on the very first delivery of the batting power play. A big achievement. First, the runs on board with the bat. Abhishek, certainly or rather definitely a man of the match contender.
For me, he's a new face because last time when I visited, I haven't seen him playing for Ruwi Rangers. Can you please tell us more about Abhishek? He batted really well. Now he's doing the job with the ball. It was in the air, but just falling short of the fielder.
He's a new face to me as well. Sir, I haven't seen Abhishek in the domestic circuit quite too often. Certainly he's a new addition to the Ruwi Rangers squad.
That's it.
Runs required. This is the best way to deliver. Adib Usmani. He's a strong lad. He did take his time. 15 balls, 12 runs. And now he's starting to show his striking capabilities from the slot. No front foot, no back foot whatsoever. From the slot. All the way. And it's a big heave.
Quickly shifting the gears after losing Aqib Ilyas. Now it's all depend on this pair, Adib Usmani and Wasim Ali. A beautiful looking shot on the back foot from Adib. Score moves to 65, still searching for that ball. Abhishek has been brilliant with the bat and now delivering for his team with the ball. A good game of cricket between these two sides. And these are the two sides which played that final of D20 a couple of months ago. And Ruwi Rangers defeating Bousher Busters in that big final. Chasing 124-65 for the loss of 1. Couple of more deliveries left in this batting power play over.
Looking for one more there. On this occasion, it'll just be a single. He's looking to take the attack. I'll tell you what, both these sides from them, Ruwi Rangers, alongside them probably Kurum Thunders and Oman Stallions are the premium sides of Oman, especially if you're talking about the D series. They've been consistently doing well, regularly performing and doing well. A lot of trophies to their cabinet as well. What a shot, what a shot is that? Inside out, over the mid-off fielder for a boundary. That'll complete the batting power play. 6 overs down, 70 for 1. And with this, I have a new partner, the elite Shoaib.
Thank you, Pranav. Yeah, 70 for 1. That's a good chase going on. Let's find out what is in store for the next 4.
Helmet, yeah, take helmet. Come on, gentlemen. Quick, Adib.
With 4 overs to go in the final game of the day, I would still like to call this an even Stevens game, although slight bit in favor of the Ruwi Rangers. Shoaib, what's your take?
Yeah, I think that wicket of Aqib Ilyas has been a big bolt for Bousher Busters. However, I would like to believe that they have enough batting firepower to chase 54 in 24 deliveries. Interesting contest on our hands. Catch is the call. Uppishly played and catch dropped. Well, they take 2. But that should have been taken. He did all the hard work, just couldn't hold on to it.
For sure, did put in the hard yards. Abdul is the fielder there. Just couldn't hold on. A very different kind of an action. How just couldn't get his palms in line. Well bowled. A very different kind of an action is that, Shoaib. Certainly making it a little too difficult for the batsman.
Very unusual, but very effective at the same time. And he also created that opportunity of a wicket. Unfortunately, the catch could not be taken. And that is why he is still wicketless, Ahmed. But he's bowled well. And he's bowling under pressure, so that also is never easy. That's a wide, poor delivery. Big, wide outside off.
Certainly trying to stay away from the arc of Wasim Ali. He's got off to a start here. 5 of 2. Needs to keep going. If Bousher Buston would like to stand a chance in this all-important game. Naseem Kushi coming up to the stumps. Running hard. They will push in for the second. That's very good running from Adib Usmani. A slight bit of fumble. And quickly was there a call for the second. They're looking for every possible opportunity. Look at that. Quick call. And he was way inside. Very good running between the wickets.
Oh, they're appealing, they're celebrating, and it's been given as a wide. Too much drama.
So white ball. Bat hit the ground.
That was a massive celebration appeal from the wicket keeper, captain Naseem Khushi. Oh, believe there was nothing there.
Bat hit the ground.
Oh yes, there was nothing there. Some mind games on offer here from Ruwi Rangers.
Well, this is going to go upstairs. What do you make of it, Pranav?
I believe he didn't rack the bat. That would make it interesting. Direct hits are always interesting in this game of margins.
Yes, good pickup and a good underarm throw as well. But I think, yes, he's made it safely. No doubts there. But a good fielding effort.
Just in time, and I'm sure that the coach is going to have a word. As soon as Wasim is in the dugout, you need to drag the bat on the very next occasion you're there.
Come on, guys.
A lesson learned for sure, without any damage.
Yes. Adib, 22 of 19 for him. Not the quickest that you would see in a 10-over format. But what he's done is that he's held that one end up. And he's been a good partner for Aqib Ilyas. 46 of 20 now. It's getting difficult. They need a big hit. They need at least a 6, a boundary in the next 2 deliveries to keep the game interesting. Anything less than 40 in the last 3 should be achievable with 9 wickets in hand.
Sure, what I believe is that if Adib plays another 11 deliveries, that's halfway mark, 30 balls. That's struck. That will be a maximum. He helps me to prove my point. What I was trying to say is that he needs to be around the halfway mark of what is required. So somewhere around the 60-run mark is where he needs to stand at if he has played 30 deliveries. Or else this build-up which he has made would all be down the drain. So he needs to make sure that in the next 10 balls that he's going to be facing, he's going to be scoring at least 25, maybe 30 runs. And then if you look at the equation, it's an easy chase.
Yes, you need to plan it well. That's the right way about it. This is a good delivery, a dot ball to end the over. Nicely bowled. 7 overs, 84 for 1. 40 needed of the last 3. So it's Oman D10 powered by Fancode. All these live scenes, live pictures, and this excellent broadcast is brought to you by TPT 360 and ITW Prod G Production for the Oman Cricket Board. Top class. And I'm sure and I'm confident that everyone who's watching and who's joined us is enjoying what they're seeing.
These lovely scenes from this wonderful state-of-art facilities here at the Oman Cricket Academy from the heart of Muscat. It's almost becoming a sports city here in Muscat. The Hockey FIH Sevens World Cup is just next door. A lot of countries participating in it. And here you have the state-of-art facilities. Look at those signs. Wonderful facilities here at the Oman Cricket. That struck a fielder underneath it, and it will be taken. No celebrations whatsoever. What a wonderful catch is that from Vignesh.
Well, he's one of the best fielders that I have seen in this edition of Oman D10 powered by Fancode. Wasim is the man who's been caught, and that is a big blow. What a catch that is from Vignesh. He's excellent in the field, ground fielding, catching everything right, and so much in control while taking that catch. Out for 8, Wasim Ali. He walks back, 84 for 2 now.
Next stick. That's your leg. Right arm over. 5 to go.
If there is one man you would be looking to have in the center with 40 required of 17 deliveries, it has to be Asif. He's known for his striking capabilities. This time the ball is well in air. Will take some catching. Won't be on this occasion. A wonderful diving effort in vain. A big celebration. The limping umpire. Everything on offer there. I'm not sure whether with that limping leg he will be able to call for the third umpire. He will. Everything is happening there, Shoaib. What's happening?
Well, yes. Duty comes first. All that pain. He was in excruciating pain. But he still had to signal that, and well done.
Where is the physio for the umpires? It is time we need to have helmets and protective gear for the umpires as well.
Yeah, that was hit straight on the stumps. And from there it ricocheted off to the umpire there. But this is another good run, safe run, not out should be the call.
Later in the day, this clip will be showed to Wasim Ali by the coach, stating this is how you need to be dragging in the bat. That's a wonderful example. If any youngster is watching us live, this is exactly how you should be making sure you run between the wickets. Wonderful running between the wickets by Adib Usmani. Isn't he doing very well since the start? He's been very active.
Oh yes, he values his wicket. He's put a prize on his wicket, and that is why he's out there. Has kept Bousher Busters in the game. That's the catch again, which was a dropped catch. Was it Vignesh? No, but that's a good throw. One bounce, and it hit straight onto the knee of the umpire there. Oh, that's a big hit. It's gone all the way. Don't bother running for it. It's gone onto the other oval. That is a monstrous hit. Ballistic from Asif.
This is what Asif is known for. This is why he is here in the remaining 18 deliveries. He can make a big impact. He can make a big difference for Bousher Busters. He is known for his striking capabilities. Can that drop catch cost the match to Ruwi Rangers? Only time will tell. Probably he is cramping as well. That quick change in position by Asif as well. What a strike. All said and done, 38 runs required of 16 deliveries. Or rather, it is 32 required of 15 deliveries. Just over 2 runs per ball. A strike rate of 200. Can Asif Pathan do it? What a ball by Khalik in the block hole. If there is one defensive ball that a pacer needs to have, it's a ball right in the block hole.
Yeah, that's a good delivery to be bowling in the death. Nicely executed by Khalik. Can he bowl a few more? 2 more of them should be ideal for Ruwi Rangers. 31 of 14 needed. A low full toss. Adib hasn't been able to get those maximums as frequently as possible. This time it got onto the lower half of the bat. Only a single.
So it's 8 overs, or a ball to go in 8 overs. Adib needs to get going. 30 of 13. In the block hole, well struck. Asif Pathan, what a shot is that? We will have to see the replay once again to understand what he has done to that wonderful delivery. It was right in the block hole. Look at that shot, look at that shot. He's manufactured one. There's nothing wrong with the ball. Khalik would be thinking, how could I have bettered that? But all said and done, Bousher Busters 98 for 2 at the end of 8 overs. It's anybody's game here in the final game of the day too.
Captain, minus 3 minutes, sir. End of 8 overs. Sir, change in. Leg stump. Off stump.
Thank you, sir.
Bowler coming, left arm over to you.
Would I be wrong in saying that Bousher Busters are certain favourites with Adib, who has played 22 deliveries in the middle? Although he's just got 29, but 26 of 12.
Played it towards point. Yes, no, and a sliding effort, diving effort. I think he has just made it. But we'll have to wait and find out. Rasfas there trying to run him out again, but it's already been called for the third umpire's replay, so the ball is dead. Good throw. He's put in the dive. Yes, I think he's made it.
Putting in the effort, valuing his wicket, making sure that he puts in everything that he has to make sure that he stays in the middle. If not the runs, Adib needs to make sure that Asif Pathan faces maximum number of deliveries from these remaining 11 deliveries if Bousher Busters has to chase that down, because at the moment Adib Usmani isn't able to strike cleanly.
Yes, it has to be Asif who should look to accelerate and try and get as many deliveries to be on the striking end, because he's the one who's scoring at the required run rate, at the required strike rate. Oh, that's a good shot. It was in the slot. That's gone on to the building. What a clean hit, and what a time to hit that shot. Adib getting into the groove and scoring runs, and important runs for his side.
If you want to answer the commentator back, this is the way to do it. This is exactly what Adib Usmani has done. Right, straight impact on the media center, just next to the commentator's box. That's exactly where we are. And you can hear the impact that it has made. What a lusty blow is that. Straight from the middle of the bat on the second tier of the media center. That struck well too. The ball was travelling. That did take some stopping. And Kale has done well to restrict them to a single. Khalid Kale, number 75 for Ruwi Rangers. 19 of 9 deliveries. This is nothing less than a thriller. One boundary is what differentiates both the teams. Adib Usmani, can you make sure that Asif Pathan is conveyed? This is the over. Those are the instructions from the dugout. Look at the field set. 4 players all behind the circle. They will take the single. It's more of box cricket rules at the moment. If the ball hits the bat, you have to run.
That's what is needed right now. That's the only way they can get to that target. 18 needed of 8. So they have to make sure that they keep the scoreboard ticking and at the same time keep looking for those boundaries.
18 of 8. 1 maximum is what is required. A big heave will not yield runs on this occasion. Wonderful slower delivery from Rasfas. Adib will need a maximum on this delivery. All said and done. Asif will surely fancy himself. That is struck hard and flat to the fielder in covers. Will get a single. 17 required of the final over. Bousher Busters are 107 for 2 at the end of 9. It's anyone's game here at the Oman Cricket Academy. It is the D10.
Come on, Sanju, you can do it, buddy. Sanju, try to hit him cut. Yeah, always.
So it is going to be Sanju who is going to be having the bowling responsibility from the Oman LNG end. It is the final over. And he is going to be bowling his first over. A spinner in attack. Could be a very, very interesting decision.
Now this is a make or break moment now for Ruwi Rangers. They've not been left with a lot of options, so the captain has decided to go with a spinner. Naseem Khushi has decided, and he's entrusted Sanju with this responsibility of bowling the last over of the game. 17 needed of the last 6. Here we go. Adib on strike. Quick, fast. That's a very good delivery, sharp delivery. And Adib has missed it completely. They're going upstairs to have a look. There's an appeal being made for the stumping.
That was just like a fast bowler's delivery. Sanju is a mystery spinner. Oh, that's well collected. Just behind the line is what I feel. That's good bit of keeping by the captain. Very attentive. Well, we signaled green. So Adib will stay there. Can he finish in style? 17 of 5. Things are not working for Adib at the moment. He needs to go big. 6 is the need of the hour. At the minimum, he needs to get Asif Pathan on strike. Asif is striking at close to 300, 14 of 5 deliveries.
Another swing and a miss. And an appeal. What's happening? Is it a stumping? Yes, it looks like that. Adib is walking. 2 very good deliveries from Sanju. And what an over this is turning out to be. Ruwi Rangers back in the game, and how?
In the context of this game, that's a pretty average innings from Adib Osmani. He's played half the number of deliveries with this one. This is a close one. He's walked, but after seeing the replay, he would find it interesting. Is there anything behind the line? Is the question. What's your take, Shoaib?
Well, this is a very tough call. This is a very tough call for the umpire. Oh, not out signaled. It's been called as not out.
Very, very interesting. 3 batters on the field. Believe Adib Osmani had already given up. Benefit of doubt always goes to the batter. 50-50 calls are always to the benefit of the batter. A chance for redemption. 3 balls, 17. Make or break?
Yeah, Sufyan will have to wait for some time. Adib back. Now this can be a blessing in disguise because like I said, Adib has not been able to get hold of Sanju. 3 deliveries, 17 runs. 6 is what is needed. 3 sixes. But this is an excellent over. Bowling his first over, Sanju, that last over of the game. What pressure on this young boy. And he is making it count, shining in all that responsibility and action. Sanju, cool as a cucumber and calm as a monk.
What an over it has been from Sanju so far. It's a high scoring encounter. Let's not forget that. All the bowlers have leagued runs. A match which has seen 200 plus runs in 20 overs. It's high up in the air. Will be falling short of a fielder. Asif is not even going to be looking behind. He wants to face the remaining 2 deliveries. And he will surely be hoping that there is some kind of foot fault that Sanju makes so that he has an opportunity to chase the target. At the moment, 16 of 2. It's mere formalities. Sanju is completing these formalities. Last ball of day 2. It won't be the last ball. There will be one more. It is signaled as wide. Drama there. 15 of 1.
No drama there, Pranav. That's it. The drama is done and dusted. Ruwi Rangers are on the verge of victory. And a swing and a miss. And that's it. It's the end of the innings, the end of the game. And Ruwi Rangers have managed to keep Bousher Busters from getting to that target of 123 runs. That is excellent performance from Ruwi Rangers. Adib has stranded on the other end. He was there right from ball number 1, but they haven't been able to cross the line. That is a very, very emphatic, convincing and a dominating victory from Ruwi Rangers. They kept their cool in pressure situations. They've got nerves of steel, and the team that performed well under pressure is rightfully crowned as the winner in this game.
This is obviously match number 8 of Oman D10 powered by Fancode. Ruwi Rangers have thumped Bousher Busters by 14 runs here at the Oman Cricket Academy. Obviously, it was a criminal innings by Adib Osmani, staying stranded right from the start. 38 of 31 deliveries, just 30% of the score. And that's what would have cost them the match. Obviously, Aqib Ilyas, one of the star batters of the Oman national team, striking clean before he was struck leg before by Abhishek. And Asif Pathan trying his level best with a 200 strike rate right at the end, but couldn't have sufficient strike. In the bowling, it was wicket apiece for Abdul Khalik Khan and Abhishek Batra, but the message was very clear for Ruwi Rangers. It's not about wickets, just hold the runs. We have target on the board, and that's what they have done. Wonderful over at the end from Sanju Sanjeev, just 2 runs from that, making sure that it is a game in pocket for Ruwi Rangers.
So that's how the second innings panned out. Aqib Ilyas started off with Adeeb, and that first over definitely belonged to Bousher Busters because Aqib Ilyas was enjoying his time out there in the middle. He was looking dangerous. He is a superstar here, but he was always looking to get to that target. That self-belief was always there. As long he was there, it was always about Bousher Busters and their performance with the bat. Adeeb giving him good company. This is what changed the game for Ruwi Rangers. An excellent delivery to dismiss Aqib Ilyas. After that, it was all about catching up in this innings. The score was a bit too much on a wicket that was not conducive for big stroke play, and that resulted in wickets at regular intervals. Wasim Ali was caught by Vignesh, and then Asif was out there in the middle along with Adeeb. Adeeb did try to do his best. He did get a few hits, but just when it mattered the most, he was not able to convert in the last over. Overall, a good, entertaining game of cricket. Ruwi Rangers batting first, got to 123. Abhishek Batra, the top scorer for Ruwi Rangers, 61 of 29, and a good support and an entertaining innings from Khalid Kail, 41 of just 18. The pick of the bowlers for Bousher Busters in that first innings was Wasim, who got 2 wickets to his name. In reply, Bousher Busters got to 109 in their 10 overs. They only lost 2 wickets, but they just couldn't cross the finishing line. 38 from Aqib, 38 from Adeeb as well, while Abhishek with the ball as well contributing for Ruwi Rangers. Great night out for Abhishek Batra. He got a wicket, and so did Abdul Khalik, a wicket to his name. Ruwi Rangers, at the end of the 20 overs of this game, win the game by 14 runs. So let's have a look at the match that were played today, the results that came by for the 4 games. Gubra Giants winning the first game of the day by 8 wickets, and they are unbeaten in the tournament. 2 wins out of 2 for Gubra Giants. Kurum Thunders getting their first defeat of the tournament. Khuber Warriors, well, they haven't been performing to their best, to their potential. They lost to Azeba 11 by 8 wickets. Azeba in the process getting their 2 points as well. Amirat Royals also have been consistent all throughout different editions of the D10. This time they beat Darset Titans by a huge margin of 35 runs. In the process, they also scored the top score of the innings, 145 in the 10 overs. Bousher Busters and Ruwi Rangers, good, entertaining, exciting, enthralling game of cricket that we witnessed to put an icing on the cake as match number 8 was in favour of Ruwi Rangers. They won the game by 14 runs. Now a sneak peek into tomorrow's matches. 4 more games lined up for you. The first game of the day tomorrow is going to be Darset Titans taking on Bousher Busters. That's match number 9 at 4 p.m. local time. Second game, it's Amirat Royals taking on Ruwi Rangers. I'd like to call that the El Clasico of the D10. 2 teams that have been consistent, while number 3 game of the day is going to be Gubra Giants versus Khuber Warriors. And to top it off, it's going to be Azeba 11 taking on Kurum Thunders. That's match number 12 at 10 p.m. local time. Well, it's time for us to get into a break, and when we are back from the break, it will be Amin Wagle with the post-match presentation.
Hello, 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 hello.
Welcome to the post-match presentation of Oman D10 powered by Fancode. We've concluded day 2 and we've concluded a thrilling match number 8. The match was between the Bousher Busters and the Ruwi Rangers, and we've had a last over finish. The game was won, the toss was won by the Bousher Busters. They decided to field. The Bousher Busters restricted the Ruwi Rangers for 123 for 5. But in return, they could manage only 109. Just one name shined across all formats. He did the batting, he did the bowling. It's Abhishek Batra who is adjudicated as the man of the match for today. Abhishek, we request you to please come forward, collect your medallion from umpire Syed Haider. Abhishek, congratulations. Excellent performance. Reminds you of your Delhi days?
Oh yeah, this was a thrilling game. The atmosphere is lovely. So yeah, but to perform here, like playing my second match, it feels awesome, and it was a thrilling game against a really good side. And obviously the toss didn't go in our favor, but the idea was to put in a big total close to 130. So we were about to meet it. We were around 123, but we knew that if we restrict them, like not let them score in the power play, the match could be won, and this is how we were able to close the game.
How important or how traditional is it for Khalid